Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new PlayNow today with a game called Egypt, Old Kingdom, a game made by a studio called Claros Victoria and is available right now on Steam for the price of around, I think it was 15 euros. 15 euros is not really a lot for what this game has to offer. It also has a demo if you're interested. It was released just a couple of days ago on the 24th of May, so it's quite fresh. And oh, they did make a bunch of other games like this, Marble Age and something else called Bronze Age. Those aren't important. So, what is this game? If you're thinking, oh, is this like Pharaoh, the Sociable that he won't shut up about? No, it's a different. It's still set in Egypt, but it's a different kind of game. It's geared more towards. It resembles Civilization a bit, but not really. You're gonna see that. Well, actually, I was gonna show you a lot of the game, but see, I was playing in Iron Man mode because I got +2 to final score, and myself, okay, Iron Man mode, no problem. But here's the thing: loading the game deletes the autosave, and I cannot actually manually save. So if you load the save game and then do not play far enough until it autosaves again, you are left without a save file. Which is a stupid way of making a Iron Man mode. Deleting the save file should not occur until a new save file is made. That's how it should work. Otherwise, it's kinda stupid. But yeah, I had gotten to a point where I actually had, the whole of Egypt, so I could have showed you more, but let's not be able to do that. I'm gonna show you something else though, the quizzes. Unlike Pharaoh, this game actually tries to teach you things, so you can start a quiz. In this mode, you can check out your knowledge of ancient Egypt. The questions do repeat themselves. For example, what was the average number of kings per old dynasty? I think it was 6, maybe. What was the biggest copper deposit? That was Sinai. God was the patron of Peribsen. I'm gonna say Happy. What metal did the Egyptians use during the construction of the Great Pyramid? I think it was copper. Or maybe it was gold. Oh yeah, they were tipped with gold, and I can go back. Of which buildings was the Masaba variation of it? Was a tomb? What were Egyptian kings afraid of? Chaos, I believe. What was the name of the king who founded the capital of I think it was Menes. Which of these dynasties granted the most power and autonomy to the nobility? Fourth? No clue actually. Which of these was not a factor in the Old Kingdom's downfall? I'm not seeing an option for save games being deleted, so you have to know that that's the one. I would say that maybe it was a drought. Which of these weapons types was hardly ever used during the Old Kingdom? Boomerang. Wow, sword. They use boomerangs. I got a bunch of them wrong, but I did get a bunch of scarabs. No clue what the scarabs do, like none whatsoever. None. So let's get to the proper game itself. So, this is where you choose how you begin. This determines your starting resources. Let's pick a lot. This determines the random events. You can have them be positive mostly, you can have them be 50-50, and you can have them be mostly, oh my god, it's raining fire. Let's keep them positive for a bit. This is your save game option. Don't pick this. Loading deletes the autosave, and if you just want to check, oh yeah, save still there, I can still load, no problem. I'm gonna go do something else and then come back and make the show. Your save's not gonna be there. It's not. So don't do that. Let's leave it on normal. And here you get to choose your patron god. The patron god determines 2 of your basic abilities that your people have. You can sacrifice food to get construction power, if you will. It's like production in civilization. If you have Thai as your god, if you have Horus, you sacrifice food to get more weapons or more soldiers, more manpower for military uses. And if you have Seth, then what did you get as Seth? I think the enemy got less military power. No, wait. If you had Horus, you got jewels, and if you had this guy, you got army. Yeah, I think that's the way it went. And you also have a secondary power that gives you if you sacrifice more stuff, it gives you relations with other people, and the debuff to the enemy army and something else. But let's go just for the beginning of it. So you're gonna start in the basically beginning of Egypt as we know it now. It's in ancient times before the Indo-Europeans even settled Europe. I think it's a time in almost prehistory. It's a game that really aims at looks a lot like Civilization 5. I really hate that every game, and even tangentially tied to the strategy turn-based genre, looks like Civilization 5. Okay, I get it. It was a successful game. Everybody liked it. Could we please have different interfaces already? So, you begin the game with your small group of people. We have commenced and organized migration into the new lands from Upper Egypt. So we started in Upper and now we're in Lower Egypt. We found the place of the perfect settlement in order to have... Okay, you have... the game is structured in multiple phases, and each phase has several goals for you. The first goal I have is to get a tribe of 5 people. My reward will be 10 food and 10 production. The goal of the game is this. You start the game in the future Memphis region, so this is going to be the capital of Egypt one day. You represent one of the tribes of Upper Egypt colonizing Lower Egypt. So now we're in Lower Egypt, we came from Upper Egypt. To successfully complete the game, you must build a powerful nation within 300 turns, which is 1,400 years, to survive the harsh final trial. I didn't get as far as the final trial. I was hoping to get to that, during the show, but that didn't happen. So when we begin, the map tends to be kind of the same. I think now I'm starting on the other bank, but this area is always kind of the same, but you start in different situations. And since we have food, we have production, we have luxuries, which is the goods, things will spoil. Like 5% of your stuff will spoil. Well, not the army, because those people retire. They just retire after a while. This is your culture. Culture is used to get technology. We don't currently have enough culture to get new technology, like domestication of cats, which gives us +1 food every turn. I think it'll take away because they're cats and cats are assholes, but hey, that's how it goes. Maybe they catch birds. We also have favor, which will enable us to pray to the gods and ask them for things like protection against, well, sets, deviousness. We can also, like I said, this is the sacrifice food for tools and sacrifice tools for luxuries. Currently, I'm gonna make one more worker. I'm gonna put one of them here. I'm gonna leave this worker to basically not to compensate for the fact that I have to. So I will generate some food. I'm gonna send this guy to scout out. Currently, I have no food. I have 0 food production, but that's a good thing. It means I'm not at a loss. Not being at a loss is a good thing. But I'm gonna put this guy here now, and now I have a positive food production, and still kind of a negative production, if you will. These are tutorials. Let's click next. You start with a limit of 5 workers. If you exceed this limit, then well, you're gonna have a lot of trouble with consumption. It just escalates massively, and I mean massively. By the way, if you also click exit, it'll show you exactly what the deal is. This is the first challenge you have, which is to conquer all the tribes that are in this area, and then go through the subjugation of Egypt, unification, dynasty crisis, civil war, Great Pyramids. It's all the way up here near the end. Dramatic reforms, and then the first intermediate period where you get the big challenge. But let's not do that. See if the game didn't autosave, then I quit there. It would have deleted my save game, which kind of sucks. To be fair, it was kind of my bad. I didn't read exactly what it was going to do. Okay, first Egyptian chiefdoms. It will interrupt, well not interrupt, but you'll have pop-ups constantly that aren't just about the in-game mechanics, but about Egypt itself, about its inner workings. In Upper Egypt, strong tribes were have subjugated their neighbors and created tribal unions. Chiefdoms, Ombos, Abydos, and Hierakonpolis are centers of such chiefdoms. They're ruled by chiefs tracing their lineage from Seth, Wepwawet, and Horus. And we can do that as well. In your starting region, there are 3 other tribes. Since I started here, I think the other ones may be here, like here and here. And I'm gonna have to get them soon. Okay, now we have new text, so let's... Oh, we have antelope. We have antelope. I'll get to them in a second. Let's get more food first. From the cats. So antelopes, you can do 2 things to them. Well, you can do 4 things to them. You can hunt them and they will disappear, but they'll give you food. You can worship them and you will get favor, and your relationship with them will increase over time, and you can then domesticate them if you research domestication, which I just did. Domestication means that they will never leave you. They will always be there unless you kill them, hunt them. But while they are there, they will give you a bonus to food. Like it was 1.2 before they came, now it's 1.5. And you can also feed them and they'll stick around. They won't leave necessarily as quickly. Well-fed antelope herds. +1 grain. But feeding them doesn't... I mean, they're permanent. Like, they won't leave in 20 turns or however it was before I clicked on them. See? But if you domesticate them, they will give you more bonuses, and you know it doesn't actually require food to domesticate them. Well, no, it does. It does require food. But domestication is much more important. Let's pray to Happy for some more food, because I fed some antelopes instead of actually getting more workers so I can explore the place. It's not really as much of a press and turn game. It only has 400 turns. The game has automatically saved. Auto saves occur every 5 turns. Remember that quite very, very well. Let's go here. I don't think the geography of this region changes much. I think this is going to be a river. The Proto-European division. See, it tells you things about world culture. The division of tribes speaking Proto-European languages taking place on the Pontic-Caspian steppe. Over time, these tribes will spread across the world and will create new civilizations speaking English, Hindi, Russian, Farsi, German, Greek, and many other languages. I wonder what the Thracian language sounded like, or a Dacian language. We don't know. They're lost to time. Doomed. School of Fish. Okay, this is actually a new one. No, wait, I did get it. I did get one as a blessing from Happy once. And I have good relations with the fish, it seems. Neutral, but it's quite high. River. Cannot build anything on a river. I know I can't build anything on a river. That's a river. Actually, I'm supposed to build something here in a second, but I just want to research one more thing to get more production, because I'm going to need it. And possibly get... Okay, frequent rains and graphic change to indicate rain. Let's put this guy here. And we are now on the other side. We found the cat people. The cat people are neutral to us. We can trade with them. I can go to them and I can examine them. I can trade with... I can improve relations, which will cost me luxuries, which I don't have. I can trade with them. I can launch a raid and rob them, or I can try to subjugate them. Which is not going to go well because I don't have a big enough army right now. I'm going to just trade with them for now. And I'm going to do... yeah, I'm going to go here. Yeah, this looks like it'll be good. I mean, having some more army wouldn't be a bad idea. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to build houses. But if I build houses, because the antelopes are not domesticated, they will leave. So I fed them for nothing. But I'm going to build houses because you kind of want to build a city when you're building a city. That means I will lose a lot of food there. And let's research this as well. You'll notice a lot of the things you research just give you more culture that you need to research new things. So it's kind of a self-propelling engine cycle thing kind of affair. And these are my houses, meaning that I can now build more workers with a higher population limit. They do have upkeep, however, so you have to be careful that you don't fall into shortcomings. Also, you're gonna have to build a cemetery now and again because you know, people die, and when people die, they die, and they get angry, and you lose favor with the gods, with stuff in general, because you know, it's not nice to not care for your elders. Okay, now we have 5. Okay, to establish order and stability, the gods command us to mix with the local tribes so that we will live in unity, encourage assimilation through interaction with other tribes. So I can do this peacefully, or I can do this by, you know, being a total asshole. I'm gonna do this peacefully. There's the birds. There are gonna be some hostile tribes around here. There will always be at least one hostile tribe towards you. And they may not actually be hostile from the get-go. I mean, they will be hostile, but they will... see, these guys actually build stuff there. Gives from Happy. See, Happy added some more fish. We have fish. We have a lot of fish right now. Let's actually discover this thing so I can build a workshop so I can actually have production. This is somebody else's city. This could be some houses and some workshops up there. Let's worship Ta. Let's worship them. Probably I should move you to a water tile, but I don't. Actually, could just research, search that water tile. Okay, and come on, go there. 1 point in it is good food. I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna recruit these savages. Let's hope it worked. Yes, it did work. And here I'm gonna build a workshop that will give me stuff. Okay, let's research. This unlocks cemeteries and gives me more favor so I can use god powers more often. This allows me to remove things like thicket and swamp so I can actually build stuff. And that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on until we get to reevaluation of life. A string of ordeal for a second gives me plus 50 culture and plus 2 favor per turn. Those are big bonuses. This gives me a one-time. Not exactly sure what that is. I think that comes up later because I didn't get high enough for that thing to show up. When does it show up for the first time? It shows up here. True pyramids. So you only get to actually true pyramids like the ones we know here. For the rest, like you're still making some pyramids like step pyramids and the leaning pyramids, the bent pyramid. You're gonna get to make something like that. I think I got as far as around here last time I played, which granted isn't a lot. Actually, no. 360. No, it was 480. Yeah, I got royal tombs. And then I quit and, you know, try to make it again. Was required metal working? Yeah, it was here, around here. Didn't get it at the end, but still it got far enough. Let's actually discover the technology that we can use right now, such as more gods, because we can now worship these gods too, like Neith and Bastet and Sekar, and Set, of course, because, you know, so it won't be an asshole to us. And I have an extra population. I'm gonna put somewhere. Where should I put this population? You get a bonus if you explore. You will need to explore this entire region to actually, you know, realize what's going on, what are the other tribes, and, you know, subjugate them. See, this is why I put the shield up, so I would be protected. A girl from the Cat Clan tribe and the lad from your tribe fell in love and want to marry. They need to know whether the gods approve of their union. What shall we tell them? I'm going to pray to the gods. and then approve. Married couple, bore more children, and tribes are free of bad omens for a long time. See, that's good. Plus 15 relations, and I assimilated part of their clan. And if I get to 100%, then I can actually assimilate them. Well, I have to research chiefdoms first, which is tombs, proto-writing, irrigation. It's all the way here. I have some work to do to actually get there. I have a lot of work to do. Until then, let's do more fishing, I guess. More fishing is never bad. A lot of... I wouldn't say the game is as much as of an end-turn situation type of affair as something like Civilization is, because things happen quickly in the game. Yeah, it does say 230 turns there, but it's a game that progresses really fast. I mean, if you have enough resources, like if you have enough resources to actually build things, they will not take 50 turns. They will take at best 5 turns, which is a lot less than in Civ. And we have a new trial coming up, which is probably going to be this tribe realizing where I am. And they're gonna say that I am responsible for something horrible, and I'm gonna try and defend myself by just bribing them basically with stuff. So let's get more food. Ooh, trees, fertile land. I could build something. I could actually make some. Can't do that there. I could make some farmlands around here. This would be a good... Well, I have to remove the thicket first, but this would be a good farmland. Let's actually make a farmland. Let's remove this. I'll give me some resources as well. Oh, I forgot to research something. Okay, got those, and here they are. Cultural rejection. The baboon people are one of the most powerful tribes in the region. Yeah, proclaiming themselves champions. They blame us for the misfortune. I'm gonna have to bribe them. Assimilation of nearby people halted until the end of the trial. Okay, so I can bribe them, and I can either bribe them all with what I have now and wait a bit to give them more, or just attack them and kill them all, or at least subjugate them. But I'm gonna try and do this. I don't really have much in the way of resources, because this escalates, and their suspicion will increase with time. See, they're hostile and they will try to attack me soon. Let's get this to get more food, or this. Yeah, let's get this. More food. Okay, they're gonna attack me with 18 people. I have almost 18, so it should be fine. 5 turns remaining. Convince them to convince. Okay, the suspicion increased. Have open hostilities among themselves. Their settlements may be okay. So I got one more worker, I think, for free. Cool. Can I get them off my back? Bribe. One more left. They allow me one more in case of defeat. Yeah, in 3 turns. I get it. Bribe. Okay. We made peace. See? Trial complete. Golden victory. That's the fastest I've ever done it. I got a bonus to my my culture. Babylon tribe will not attack anymore. Cancel their attack because, hey, now we're not enemies. We're neutral. We're not. I proved to them by giving them a lot of stuff that I'm not the reason why they suck. They're the reason why they suck. If you're wondering what this button would have taken me to the map of Egypt, where you could see like the entire Egypt with the Nile from the Delta to the most other places, but not available because I'm not right there yet. We're gonna need some more of these, also these and this. Yeah, that should work. Let's worship a god. Let's worship Ptah again for more goodies. Research that. Okay, I wanted to build a farm here. Let's build a grain farm. I'm gonna build a flax one too because I need production. I just want to research more stuff. I'm not good with the cats. Okay, we have more food now. And you're gonna build me... Oh, you're gonna have to tear down that thing first. That thicket. And then we're gonna build a flax farm, which will give us more production. That's kind of the basic idea of this portion of the game. Well, I haven't showed you combat. I'm gonna have to show you combat before I actually end the show, because there is a combat to it. It's... Imagine if Europa Universalis or Crusader Kings 2 or any Paradox game had a tiny bit of interactivity in its combat. The core idea is still the same. Oh god, the hyenas. There's one aspect that I really kind of hate about the game. That is the influence of wild animals. So animals showed up. They are here. Men from Cataract tribe want to go hunting. They wish to know. Okay, let's say the gods are okay with it. Yeah, gods are okay with it, and I think I'm close to assimilating these guys. Yeah, I'm 100%. I can make them a protectorate now, but it'll cost me. I can assimilate them. But I don't have the technology yet. Or I could annex them, but I don't have the technology yet. I could subjugate them, but I don't want to do that. The thing I wanted to tell you is the following. Wild animals will show up from time to time. And hyenas, they are not really all that dangerous. They will reduce the food that is being generated in that area. But for the most part, they're kind of okay. Lions, however, are complete assholes because there's a problem with the way lions work. They won't just attack the people that are in this little area. No. They'll eat everybody on the map. Like, if it's on the same side of the river, they're gonna eat them. And it's annoying as hell because I could have like, well, I could have somebody here working, and there's a lion here, and that lion will eat them. That's kind of bullshit, honestly. That's something that I really didn't like. Like, I restarted like several games because of just I hated lions, and I had to turn down the difficulty because I just hated lions. The way they function, they just kept spawning and just killing people while they were working on developing stuff. And this is the answer thing I told you about. You'll lose stuff if you don't build a cemetery, and that thing will just increase with time. You will need to people were complaining about it, that it's too restrictive, that you are punished for. Climate is getting worse. Okay, we lost some food, but at least we got rid of the hyenas, and we got eight of those for getting rid of hyenas. Okay, so I'm gonna need to research that darn chiefdoms thing, which is here. I'm gonna need 80. I'm gonna need to research some of these, and then this. I'm gonna need a lot of this, a lot of it. So where is that option? Growth, bam. Hope it helps. Probably gonna need to build a temple. I may need to build a temple quite soon. So let's get one more people. And this will give me 15 of these things. I'll lose 30. I don't think it's worth it. Let's get you here. And I found... Oh, these are the cat people. Oh, the jackal people. And they're neutral. So usually one's going to be hostile, one's going to be friendly, and one's going to be kind of neutral. At least on the normal difficulty. On higher difficulty levels, they may all be hostile towards you. Oh, that's a good one. 2.1, that's... Man-eating crocodiles. And they're gonna eat anybody in this and neighboring areas. Thing is, neighboring kind of means a lot. And you think, oh, what, can the crocodiles eat people here? Yeah. They can be quite annoying. Man-eating animals and all. At least I got them all there. System, yes. Lighting system. I'm gonna build a... This will actually remove wild cereal. I think maybe later on you can discover technology that will help you keep this. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or, well, the fertile land will always be able to keep. Well, let's build that. You also have acacia trees, which I'm not exactly sure if they are usable in some way. I haven't found the technology to actually use them, but they probably are. So let's build that field. New settlers. Okay, we got more people. Quest, assimilation of your neighbors. Praise gods, we have assimilated the local people and have created the unification of Jersey culture. Now our people, now they look different. See all of Egypt in a single creation. Okay, so I reached my goal of assimilating 330 people. Oh, that was people, that wasn't turns, that was people. Now I have to build a temple to Ta. A temple to Ta. Let's make irrigation a thing. You don't actually build irrigation trenches. There is no option to. I mean, irrigation just shows up. It's there. It's a thing. You don't need to build it separately after you research it. Let's get this because we need more production. And voila! Now we have more grain, more food, and everybody's happy. You're probably gonna need to build another flax farm as well. I think that's your job. One. Okay, you're gonna have a new trial in a couple of seconds. I think the trial is gonna be the unification of Egypt. Okay, that's good. Merchants robbed. Yeah, things are starting to heat up. Hordes of Horuses? Maybe it meant houses of Upper Egypt? I'm not sure. I'm not super familiar with ancient Egyptian terminology. Okay, Egypt has entered the final stage of unification, meaning this. Scorpion is one of the most ancient and mysterious rulers of ancient Egypt. Scholars will celebrate whether such a ruler even existed. Was Scorpion just one man or several, or was Scorpion instead a god, a settlement, or even a whole real region? In any case, a number of important events of pre-dynastic Egypt are connected to the Scorpion hieroglyph. Here's the thing. You will, for the most part, follow the actual history of Egypt, but at some points, by your actions, by your ability to either succeed in a trial or fail it, you will go down sort of a different path of history in Egypt, but mostly it will stay the same. Like you may or may not be conquered by someone that was supposed to conquer you, but eventually you'll still get to the same place. Our gods and the gods of Jackal tribe decided to exchange knowledge following their direction. Our people, okay, that's a good thing. See, gods can be nice people. Let's get chiefdom. Okay. Well, to power something. I'm gonna have to wait a turn. Let's get some setting here so we don't get screwed over by something. And assimilation. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. Why does the Borg talk like Arnold Schwarzenegger? I do not know. But it would have been cool, do you not think, Mr. Picard, Captain Picard? Okay, a new trial of subjugation of Egypt has started. We're gonna have to go and help this guy. Either by sending troops, which we do have, well, don't have a lot, but we have a few. And send some of these. And maybe pray a bit. That's all. You can do the rest on your own. We have a weak army now, because we sent them all to battle for the greatness of Egypt. Subjugation, okay. That's been handled. This is just at 10%. Okay, I'm gonna give you more. And maybe not much more, because, you know, we kind of need it. And, okay, got protected. And I think, yeah, you can do it yourself. We assimilated the cat people. The cat people are ours. And they've actually left their homes. And you will see them actually leave even their cities sometimes, which is kind of annoying. I'm now gonna have to go and schmooze the jackals a bit. Hi, jackals, I'm gonna schmooze you. Actually, I'm gonna trade with you, so that will give us relations and profit, but not a lot of good relations overall. It's not a lot. Discover this. I'm gonna have to build a... should I build... wild cereal. I need to build a temple somewhere. I don't know where. Actually, okay, who do I have better? I'm not at good terms with the baboons, right? I know. The baboons kind of hate me, but I kind of have really crappy military, so I'm just gonna attack. Cat people have joined you, yes. Probably just gonna go and attack the baboon people. Let me pray for some. I don't have enough stuff to pray with yet. And subjugation. This is gonna go on its own. I'm just gonna attack these guys now so I can show you the combat. Let's launch a raid. They have 35, we have 9. Okay, so let's launch a raid. The raid's gonna start in 4 turns. I'm actually gonna pray a bit to Horus. Maybe I get a bit more army by the time I get there. I could have built the barracks to get more soldiers, but I didn't have the time or space. And now we're gonna see what combat looks like. And voila, this is combat. So you have the option of going to fight directly or retreating, which, yeah, the enemy will succeed. We can gamble. Use a stratagem to defeat the enemy. Results can be unpredictable. You have a positive chance of 100% or negative event chance of 30%, 35%. Not exactly sure what that means. I mean, if positive event chance is 100%, then it will always happen. But I'm gonna pick it anyway. And when you're attacking in the combat, I mean, you can defend or attack. When you defend, you will get less damage, and when you attack, you will deal more damage. But you know that happens. And then I can choose to either plead for mercy and escape with some of my army, but the people I attacked or attack me will think less of me, or I can basically go out in a blaze of glory, do what you must. And they did. And they're gonna attack me now, probably. And cuneiform writing was invented. Yeah. Well, that's a small version of what Egypt, Old Kingdom has to offer. I can't get to the Egypt map because, you know, my save game was deleted, but I assure you that there is more to the game. After you're done with this area, you go up a bit. You will see that there's multiple regions like this that you can conquer, you can have relations with, you can explore even more. You can do a lot of things actually once you get that map. It's an expanding game. And it's for 15 euros, I'd say, yeah, it's worth it. It's, again, a game that may be a bit undervalued. It's not a 4X, it's not as complex as Civilization is. It's not a Sociable like Pharaohs. It's an educational game that aims to actually give you some challenge, like some actual challenge, because this game is not easy often. And it will test your management abilities, and it will make you understand ancient Egypt, which is something that I really enjoy in a game. I mean, the way the game is made kind of makes me think that are the other ones, the ones the Bronze Age and the Marble Age, kind of the same way made? Because if they are, then yeah, I think this recipe has some legs to it. It could have some success, as long as your games don't have lions, because the lions suck. I hate the lions, and probably the crocodiles suck too. I'm going to see you again with more won't play now all week because we have other stuff to do, but we have more shows each and every day, so stick around for those if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to force you. It's your choice. Goodbye.